Listening attentively to Professor Masiotti, the athletics teacher, while in class, you suddenly see something move behind the professor's desk. If you interrupt the professor, you might get in trouble, but if you don't speak up, who knows what could be loose in the school. Sleuthing, you can't just sit there and not quench your curiosity. Forget getting in trouble. If you don't find out what moved, you'll never be able to sit still. Or concentration. Who cares what it is or what it could be? Concentration on your own stuff and let the professor deal with theirs. Perception. Closely watch the area behind the desk. Well, let's use our sleuthing ability. Forget telling Professor Masiotti, he will be mad. If you interrupt anyway, you decide to simply go after whatever you saw move back there. After jumping up from your desk, you run quietly over to where you saw the thing last move, and you begin searching for whatever it was. After a little searching and ignoring the professor yelling at you after he noticed you move, you discover a baby satyr sitting quietly behind a box. The satyr is thrilled that you of the whole class notice it move. It is, after all, a very vain creature and loves attention. The satyr, I'm probably saying that wrong. Satyr? Satyr? Hold on. I think I know what this is, but my fantasy crap isn't the best. Satyr. One of a class of lustful, drunken woodland gods in Greek art. They were represented as a man with a horse's ears and tail, but in Roman representation as a man with goat ears, tail, legs, and horns. Oh, okay, I know what this is. It's what's that character from Hercules, the animated film? It's the coach from that movie. And I already forgot how to pronounce it. Whatever. The satyr scampers away. The rest of the class stares at you in a mixture of shock and jealousy. The professor, too, is speechless because you noticed the creature and he had not. I wonder if that gives us a nice little bonus. Let's see. Negation is up. Instinct. Wait, is our concentration finally done? That's awesome. Holy shit, when did that happen? Anyway, negation methods went up, and we can actually increase that even further? Ooh. We can get negation up to 13? And that's, that might be something I might do. The instinct went up, negation and scent detection went up. Sure. Theory went up. Worldliness went up, which is a heraldry skill. And I have added 1 glamourment to myself. And I've gained observed technique. Increase COS of negation spells. Oh, chance of success. Okay. Okay, interesting. Lampert went on patrol. Prepare for raid. Observe recorded attack. Casper, let's just focus on people in our clique. Trained in conversation and grammar, I should say. Did not succeed at studying. Do some plotting. And Netta, who worked the forge, do some plotting. Actually, she did not succeed at any of this. Good for her. Let's actually try to do the next adventure with prudence, because I think we can do it. It's a big I think. And might as well continue with studying at the Library of Longshade and bringing up negation. We are gonna be the best negation cop wizard on the force. Even if I have to make the force myself. Okay, so it's black. But I don't know if that's worth it. But if that's black, let's see, befriend. It's befriend, right? Conversation is a 10. It says it's versus a 12. and my charm's a 5. You would think that would be good enough. I really need to figure out how these things work. So maybe we won't continue with that. Maybe we'll do the militia because I'm checking everything that's not green. And that seems to be none of those are the militia ones, so the thing is I need to figure out which one is the militia one. Cat and mouse. And just to make sure, cat and mouse is green. So we'll continue with that one. And we'll go down here to good old negation. Bring up methods. And we'll bring up themes. Okay. Hopefully that green was not lying to me. The chase was unsuccessful, but the captain doesn't seem to mind. He is of the opinion that he did his duty, and the fact that Ilaro Dottie escaped by using magical powers is but a side matter. Seeing that you're sulking because he left you out of the chase, he offers to give you a tour of the headquarters. You agree readily and follow him and his second command, a massive man with unruly red hair called Daros, back towards the main part of town. The two militiamen keep you entertained by regaling you with strange tales of daring do. You personally think that it's much more funny how they argue about the details, but you don't say so. In the middle of practically fascinating tale about the captain and Daros single-handedly defeating a mob of 12 men with their bare hands, a woman's voice calls out and the three of you stop. She seems to be summoning the captain, who sighs and puts on his official hat of command and walks across the road to answer the summons. While you and Daros wait for him to come back, you notice 3 or 4 men slip through the shadows quite close to you. Somehow you don't think they're up to any good, and when you make this observation to Daros in an undertone, he quite agrees with you. The question is what to do about it. Glamour methods. Turn myself invisible. Listen, where do you think they're going? Get close enough to eavesdrop. And themes, we're going to be invisible. You've always wanted to try this spell, and it'll be safer to track the thieves if you're temporarily invisible. You pull out your wand and twist it gently like a pendulum, very regularly and to waltz time. The themes sort themselves nicely into the spell, and before you know it's ready to cast. Feeling now a little nervous, you carefully cast the spell over yourself and look down at your hands. To your delight, they flicker and disappear. You did it. Ignoring Daros' muttered objection, you slip into the shadows and begin trailing your prey. It's like being a spy or a secret agent. You press yourself against the walls, tiptoe through the secret alleyways, and lurk in the midnight blackness of the shadows. Even though, technically, you don't need to because you're invisible. You're beginning to think in black and white when the suspicious figures leave their shadowy hiding places and begin to sneak around towards a large house. You know this house. It's called the Manor, for good reasons. Somehow you get the feeling that they're not exactly here to have a tea party. You've seen enough and the spell is wearing off. You turn and speed back to where you left Daros. The captain is with him and looks less than pleased, but when you make your report, his face lightens, and he rubs his hands together in undisguised glee. What do you say, Daros? Up to a little cat and mouse? Certainly, sir. Daros grins broadly. Any time. They turn to you, and with a thrill of excitement, you realize that you are going to be included in this sortie. Yay! I wonder if it continues here or ends. It ends. Let's see. You succeed at studying the library of Longshade. Our negation went up. Well, our skill step went up. You increased your curiosity, which is cool survival skill. Negation themes and mammals went up. Tulula competed. You increased your glamour method skill by 1. You have added head of class to yourself. Interesting. It's a spell? If you succeed at this spell, requiring a charm glamour roll versus 7, you will immediately increase your leadership skill by 3 points for 5 days. Superior casting may expand your relationship with up to 2 fellow students, and even a random instructor. Head of the classroom cloaks you in a charm aurora of knowledge and popularity, and students become popular for any number of arbitrary reasons: their wealth, family, reputation, personality, academic, with head of the class, how you become liked will not be a mystery to you. Okay. Well, that's an interesting one. Piccolo did not succeed at using befriend. I'm assuming he's trying to befriend me. I'm a little bit worried about that. I mean, he should not be able to make me join, because I have a pretty good relationship with, like, everyone in my clique. So, I don't think he can get me to join his. Expand random skill step by 1. Okay, well, not very useful. Anyone do anything interesting? Nope. Alright. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna end it there. Next time, we are going to keep increasing negation until it tells me to stop. But yeah, all my other classes were at the maximum for the skill and the study level, so I don't have to worry about that. So we'll probably focus on a couple skills. I may have to use some magic to bring up my conversation, which is fine, I guess. So we can continue with that adventure. And just out of curiosity, I'm gonna just see what color the next militia one is. It might be green because I don't see any new colored ones. This game really needs a list that puts, like, the ones you're doing up here or something. So I'm probably gonna have to look up later what it's called, but I don't see one that's a different colored one. So I'm gonna guess it's green, which is nice. I'm gonna have to look up what other skills I need for that adventure. Remove the action, and yeah. So I think that's everything. It was pretty easy session here. We didn't get any real new items or anything, and we made some good progress with our skills. But yeah, next time we'll continue raising negation. We'll probably increase other skills that are needed for adventures. We might even cast the spell and continue with Prudence's adventure. And yeah, maybe I'll look up other adventures that might be fun. Maybe we'll start Avalon's adventure. But yeah, if you've watched all this, thank you. You are awesome. If you haven't watched any of my other videos, maybe go check them out. You might like those as well. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good day. Thanks for watching. Bye. Why am I waving?